Well, there are a variety of tools that can be used. These can range from online questionnaires through to specific interview questions. For example, you could ask a question around, tell me about a time when you were challenged from an ethical point of view. What did you do? How did you do it? Why did you do it? But if you consider some of the situations out there in the marketplace, Roger Steer, who's been working with many of the banks, he now has a database of more than 80,000 people who've taken various ethics questionnaires. And so he has a profile of numerous occupational types and individuals segmented in all kinds of ways. And is now using that to predict certain ethical climates in organizations. Yeah.
I'm interested in how transferable that is in a globalized economy. So values in China can be very different to values in Russia or India or Europe. Yeah. So I feel a bit confused about how you can come to a consensus about ethics and values given some of the clashes of values that you can see every day.
Yeah, that's a great point. And we all know that ethics do differ. But actually, when you drill down more into the detail, ethics tend to be slightly less differentiated at a fundamental level, but more differentiated in terms of how do you tackle those dilemmas. So, for example, if we think back to the start, I talked about would you testify against the driver. Certain countries wouldn't dream of testifying against their daughter or a member of the family or whatever, whereas others would. However, for UK-listed PLCs, the Bribery Act 2010 applies to the directors for their worldwide operations. And I think one of the biggest challenges, and I face this in corporate life, is that where you have operations, particularly in the BRIC countries, where there is bribery or you come across facilitation payments or issues with customs and excise officials to speed things through on importing and exporting, it can be very challenging. And so companies have to decide whether or not they want to work in those countries. One participant in the research said, we deliberately have decided not to trade with the following list of countries because of those problems.